The consequences of the transatlantic slave trade are still not properly researched and understood, according to Professor Augustine Hole.
And in fact, there is a new strand of research, what is called epigenetics, that suggests that this kind of external behavior can have very significant impact in people's mental life and mental development. It simply means that you don't think about future anymore. You think about survival on a daily basis. You do not invest your creativity to improve life in the future because there is no future. In fact, it is one of my favorite basic explanation for the fate of African modern states. We tend to neglect the fact that centuries of enslavement pressure simply shift African mind in self-preservation mode. And this means that once a group achieve power, and we see it all the time today, they feed themselves first. They save to prepare for the future second, and they eliminate all the competitors third. So the fate of Africa today can be brought back to that systematic pressure to daily survival that was implemented by centuries of enslavement.
It just transformed people's mindsets.
It completely shifted the mindset. And this is something we tend to neglect. Descendants do not start the mind from zero. They learn from the parent how to behave normally in normal circumstances.
A kind of genetic memory.
Exactly. And this is why it is called epigenetics. And in fact, it is very new, and I'm not sure that the African historians are even aware of this new discipline emerging. It simply means that external factors can be very effective in shaping long-term generational behavior because it's transmitted through learning from parent to children, and that it cannot simply be wiped out because the circumstances have changed.
And that contributed to Africa's underdevelopment.
Exactly. When the physical circumstances change, the mindset does not change immediately.
The end of the slave trade did not mean emancipation for Africans generally. It was an important step. It really critical, is foundational to who we have become. But in no way did it lead to generalized, emancipation. That remains to be done. How do we disentangle, right, the cultural web and intellectual web that were fostered on us, that question our humanity and assume our inferiority?